Hi there, everyone. How you doing? Jesse here. It is Saturday, October the 4th, and been looking into Ebola, everything that's going on. I mean, there is so much bullshit out there. You really need to weed through it with a machete. And when you're looking into these things or covering these things or just investigating them for your own personal sort of peace of mind, always pay attention to the characters involved, the people that are constantly in front of the camera play a crucial role in selling you the whole thing. Now, I want to give credit to this Focus Magic 2007 here, who made me aware that Dr. Richard Besser is the former acting director of the CDC in 2009. Of course, who is Dr. Richard Besser? Well, he was the guy that did the Ebola zombie thing the other day. So let's look at one of ABC's recent videos dealing with Dr. Besser here.
Now to ABC Chief Medical Editor Dr. Richard Besser. He's on the front lines of the battle against the Ebola epidemic. He's in Liberia for us this morning. Good morning, Rich.
Robin, Ebola is so deadly, we need to do everything we can to keep it out of the country.
There you go. Robin, it's so deadly, we need to do everything we can to keep it out of the country. And how are we going to do that? We're going to bring all the Americans that are infected back home.
But the man in Texas shows us that even when you're doing the right things, infected people can slip through. I'm at the airport here in Monrovia, where he took off and where I flew out of just last month. And I went through the screening. I saw CDC doing the training. They're doing the right things. Every passenger who comes into this terminal fills out a questionnaire. Do you have symptoms of Ebola? Have you had contact with someone with Ebola? They take your temperature. Do you have a fever? If you fail those, you're pulled aside. You don't get on the plane. But the thing about Ebola is you can be infected, and it can take 21 days to show symptoms. So infected people can get on the plane, but they won't make other passengers sick. But as Dr. Frieden said, there may be people who had contact with this man in Texas who get sick, but it shouldn't spread from there. Robin?
All right, Rich, you and everyone there, please take care. And Dr. Besser, we'll take your questions throughout the morning. Tweet.
Yeah, there you go. And this was him the other day here dealing, I showed this video here, which is such utter fucking bullshit. They got hundreds of people all lined up on the sidewalk to watch the whole festival here. This is totally staged, couldn't be more staged, a total hoax. And guess who's there? Dr. Richard Besser. Go fucking figure. And somehow they've got the camera angle that manages the close-up of the guy's arm when it twitches. It's just fucking ridiculous.
Here yesterday, they didn't think it was Ebola. They thought it was something else, and they called for help, and no one came. They called again, and no one came. And not until he died, a 37-year-old man, not until he died.
So they know he's 37. He's been there. They know everything about him, of course.
Did they come? And then they called, and within 1 hour, the burial team is here. This is the place right now where if you die of Ebola, they're very quick for you. If you're living and you need help, there's really nowhere to go. He's not dead. He's not dead.
Now you see this here. This guy has Ebola, and he's about 5-6 feet away from him. All right? You gotta be shitting me. There's people here. Or are you fucking... Nobody would be within 20-30 feet of this guy if he was really nearly dead of Ebola. This guy's standing just feet away from him. And this is such bullshit. It's such bullshit. Let me just show you that little clip again.
If you're living and you need help, there's really nowhere to go. He's not dead. He's not dead. They were wrapping him up to take him away, but he's alive. He's moving his arm. They almost took him away to the crematorium, and they noticed he's moving his arm. I don't know where they could take him. There are no hospitals to treat him. Now the first responders, the ambulance is here. They're trying to get them to stop to take him and to somewhere where he can get some care. Yeah, but it's not clear yet whether are they here for him or they're driving by. They're going to take him. The problem that they have here is that there's a lot more room for dead bodies than there are for people who need treatment. So when they...
Yeah, so that's all bullshit. Now, let's look at Richard Besser here. There he is, smiling away. ABC News Chief Health Medical Editor. And I think it's Sanjay Gupta is the one for ABC. These are the most untrustworthy scumbags on the fucking planet. If you believe these motherfuckers, you are as stupid can be. Look at this now. We'll just look a little bit at his resume here. I'm going to fit this in, hopefully. Come on, fit it in. No, it won't fit in fully, but I'll read it to you. Dr. Richard Besser, MD, is ABC News Chief Health and Medical Editor. In this role, he provides medical analysis and commentary for ABC News broadcasts and platforms, including the World News with Diane Sawyer, that's CFR, Diane Sawyer, Good Morning America, Nightline, and in 2011 he led ABC's global health coverage, Be the Change, Save a Life, reporting on health issues from 7 different countries. Yeah, he's a total freaking hero. Get this though, Dr. Besser came to ABC News in 2009 from the Centers of Disease Control and Prevention, the CDC, where he served as acting director for the CDC from January to June 2009, during which time he led the CDC's response to the H1N1 influenza pandemic. He also served as director, you can't make this shit up, of the Coordinating Office of Terrorism Preparedness and Emergency Response. In that role, he was responsible for all of CDC's public health emergency preparedness and emergency response activities. And then Dr. Besser began his career at the CDC in 1991 in the Epidemic Intelligence Service. The Epidemics Intelligence Service, working on the epidemiology of foodborne diseases. I mean, these are the people that are selling you the story. The former director, right? The former acting director of the CDC is telling you the story on Ebola. You can't get bigger bullshit than that. You can't get more mind control than that. These people are scumbags, right? And they are working to manipulate your mind and to program you with all this Ebola fucking fear porn. This is just another perfect example of the revolving door between the media, the government, right? The media, all these guys, all these politicians, all of a sudden are news anchors, or all of a sudden are news pundits, right? And it's the same thing now. All these CDC guys now are all over the corporate media selling you the story of Ebola. This is such bullshit, man. Anyways, leave your comments below and have a good one.